free our boy Alberto. Okay, free Alberto.
Agreed,
Alberto
brother.
Osuna. He he's being done dirty by the courts. Okay, Pavia from Vanderbilt. The same case applied to him, and he got freed. And our boy Osuna has not been freed, and it's an absolute travesty. So free Alberto.
I agree. It's complete inconsistency from the NCAA. Just one of the worst organizations ever. I mean, they really could have built an empire, man. They could have built an empire. They could have built something great at the NCAA, but they're hanging on by an absolute thread. This is the kind of stuff that is going to make Greg Sankey be like, yeah, we don't need the NCAA. I'll just run my own league because he knows the SEC runs every single sport, right? Like, we have been the best in football for 20 plus years, been the best in baseball for years, and now look at the basketball. I mean, the ACC's got like two relevant tournament teams, and the SEC's looking at like 14 tournament teams. It's every sport now, man. The SEC runs every single sport, and so why not go make your own league when you have the NCAA doing things like this that they're doing to our baseball player? It makes absolutely no sense why Alberto doesn't have eligibility when the Diego Pavia case literally just happened after this football season and he got his eligibility. It's literally the exact same case. I mean, it's junior college kid, and the NCAA ruled that junior college basically it doesn't count towards your eligibility. And listen, if you ask me, do I necessarily agree with that? I don't know if I do, but if
You got to be
Diego Pavia,
consistent.
exactly, it's about the consistency, dude. If you rule Diego Pavia has eligibility, then Alberto should have eligibility to play, and it's totally not fair. And you know what's most messed up about it, dude, is that he consulted the NCAA and was led astray. That's the problem. He was given information that led him to believe that he would be given eligibility, and then they didn't, which is completely effed up, dude. It's classic NCAA overstepping, and that's what they've done for so long. And they do nothing to benefit any of this sports, dude. They've done nothing to benefit. They've done nothing to benefit baseball. In fact, they've screwed baseball for years, dude. You only have like a currently right now until they changed it, until they went on their PR tour that I've talked about on Ball Talk so much. Baseball only had 11 scholarships, dude. You couldn't even fill out a team. You couldn't even literally fill out a team of baseball players of full
Wild.
scholarships until literally they changed it like a year ago, and I don't know if it's actually even taken into effect yet. They had like 11 and a half scholarships for baseball, man. Like, that's not helping the sport of baseball, dude. That's not helping the sport of baseball get more exposure, get more eyeballs. It's not helping it at all. It's literally helping yourself. And then what did they did to football? They have literally made football a complete crap show in the implementation of NIL, which affects all sports, and the transfer portal and everything, dude. It's just the NCAA is a complete mess, and just like if you're gonna rule Diego Pavia should have eligibility, then Alberto should have eligibility, and that's really the bottom line, dude.
That is the bottom line. It's as simple as that. I mean, again, I've drawn this parallel a couple times. I think on a couple of recordings, a couple of podcast episodes of. It's like you said. It's classic NCAA. The inconsistency. We were just talking about Vols basketball. Classic case in basketball with Bruce Pearl when he got his show cause
Yep,
penalty. He
true.
committed a minor recruiting infraction, and then he was not truthful about it after the fact. Okay, and that was his major issue was the lying or whatever. But then he admitted to it, he owned up to it, and Tennessee imposed penalties on its own coach. But then the NCAA handed him a 3-year show cause. But then, like a year later or whatever it was, Frank, I forget his Frank something at Missouri, I don't remember his name, had pretty much the exact same situation with a more serious recruiting infraction. So it was a more serious recruiting infraction, and he was not forthcoming with the truth at first. And then finally the truth came out and he was, exposed and all this, and they handed him a 5-game suspension. Absolutely insane. Just the inconsistency, like you said, it's classic NCAA. So It's just ridiculous. But hopefully Alberto will be freed because man. But honestly, it's like maybe this is a sign from God. God's like, man, the Vols would be too powerful if if they had
And
Alberto at first base.
And if the NCAA is trying to punish the Vols, like because listen, the NCAA and Tennessee don't have a great relationship. Let's be honest. Like we all know what happened during football season and the lawsuit that Tennessee won. Like they are very aware of that. And of course, we're talking about different. I'm assuming it's different judges, different courts. Like I don't know all the legal stuff. I don't pretend to be a lawyer, but again, it's not a great relationship between the University of Tennessee and the NCAA. But if you're trying to punish Tennessee, this is the kind of thing that motivates a team, man. Like an
Yeah,
entire team is going to be motivated because their guy who because this is a very tight knit team, like very tight knit. Like that's the culture that Tony Vitello has created. That's the kind of thing that's going to motivate them, dude. Like I see all of our players like Nate Sneed posting on Twitter and things like that. Former Vols, Christian Moore posting, Drew Beam posting on Twitter about free Alberto. Like it's a mistake. If you're trying to punish Tennessee, it's a mistake because it's gonna completely backfire, dude. Completely, like you're
it'll
giving the
backfire.
defending national champions with the best coach in college baseball motivation, with literally the best pitcher in the country, best freshman in the country, best lineup overall in the country, and you're adding motivation to that. Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it on, bring on the hate because this team loves to thrive on hate. That's for sure. And so, yeah, it's still it sucks. It's obviously we want it to not be the case, but yeah, if you're gonna try to punish us, it's not working.